You love me and I care, but I never near. I was on the run. But tell me this. And when I spend the quality time, we get my unwind. I did. Hey, happy Sunday. What's happening, guys? Back again with another content or two. Got some time to come and say, guys, I got a content or two. The story is strange. The story is disturbing, disgusting, inappropriate. All of those words that you want to put it in this in a whole sentence now. Happy Sunday. Like I said, guys, we made it Sunday, almost the ending of the week, almost the beginning of the week. Oh my God. Time don't wait for no one. Time don't wait for no one. So hope your week has been promising, prosperous, peaceful, and all of those P's and all of that, guys. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys' week has been great so far and getting ready for a new week. Okay, guys? All of that. So now, guys, this is a troubling and disturbing story that I come to unpack. I was trying to unpack it earlier, but I don't even know what happened to the live, to be honest. So I got to start over my live. This is the young girl. This is the singer, and all of that stuff what we're gonna unpack in this. So we get to understand allegedly that this little young girl have the matching tattoo of shh on her finger, like the singer David, that spell his name D4, as in the number 4, VD. Okay, we get to understand. I came and speak to you guys in the past in regards of a body that was found in a singer's Tesla, and I said if anything happened, if there's something else coming about the story, I will come back and tell you guys about it. I believe I talked about this a month ago, and here we are another month ago when we have a homicide, decomposed body in pieces in the singer Tesla trunk. So let's unpack the story quick and fast. So the young girl name is Celeste Rivas, went missing a year. Her decomposed body was found dead in singer D4vid Tesla. Okay, this is so-called David. Like I said to you, 1 minute he look dark, and next minute he look light. Let's say that they highlight the picture and make him look lighter, I guess, or lighten the picture rather, why he looks that way. But anyways, guys, let's unpack the story with us. This teen was a runaway teen. Her mom reported her missing in 2024, basically. Almost, yeah, she's been missing almost a year and a half or something of that sort. What we get to understand that the smoking gun of a video where her teacher was talking to the class about that she ran away with David. We also get to understand allegedly that the mom claimed she was dating a guy named David. Now, if your child is 13 running away, how can she be dating David when she's a minor? How can she be dating David when she's a small child? Don't even know half of this world. So I believe that the police are supposed to be investigating the mom as well. I know it's only so much you can do as a parent, but once you knew that your daughter's dating a guy named David, it's a problem because she's too young. Even if the child was her age, she's too young to be having boyfriend, to be honest. But anyways, guys, let's throw this content down. You guys throw. I am gonna ram this content down. You guys throw, ram it all the way down in you guys' belly, full you guys' belly with our whole content today in regards even with the Rosealee saga. So now, guys, bear with me. I'm going to read from the best of my ability. I also have some audio and everything to back up this content. So let's get on with the content and unpack it quick and fast. 7:44 on Sunday, my time. So no matter where you are in the world, hopefully you get this content. No matter what time you run into this content, hope you review, hope you watch the content, comment, and share the content quick and fast. So let's get into it quick and fast, okay? Celeste Rivas went missing a year ago. Her decomposed body was found in singer's D4vid Tesla. All right. She's now 15. 2 weeks ago, she turned 15, or 1 week ago, she turned 15, and she's dead. Let's get into it some more. A missing 15-year-old Inland Empire girl who was found dead and an abandoned Tesla registered to rising singer David. Chelsea Rivas disappeared in April 2024 and was discovered severely decomposed on a Hollywood tow yard in September. The singer is cooperating with police who are treating the death as a homicide with undetermined cause. What's so disturbing, he made a song called Homicide Love. Not only that, he made a song about Chelsea. Not only that, they have the matching tattoo on each other finger. Oh no. So was he romantically involved in this little child? All of these kind of things, I am not sure. Is these things coincidence? I'm not sure. Is this boy a pervert? I don't know. Let's continue. The mystery deepened this week surrounding the case of a girl whose decomposing body was found in an abandoned Tesla registered to singer David. The discovery made national headlines earlier this month. On Wednesday, the authorities identified the girl as a 15-year-old Chelsea Rivas, an Inland Empire, right, resident who was reported missing in April 2024. Many things remain unclear, including why the Tesla was found on the street and impounded, and how the girl came to be inside. The cause of death not yet been released, but her death is considered a homicide. It's also unclear what connection, if any, the singer had to the girl. Los Angeles Police Department investigators are examining photos as part of a wider investigation into Rivas' whereabouts in the period before her death. According to two sources specifically, they're examining her ties to the singer. There are no persons of interest at this point because Rivas' death has not yet been ruled homicide, but they're looking to be possible homicide because her body's decomposed and it's not all her body's in the trunk, it's in pieces. So this is definitely a homicide. This is the Tesla. This is what they found at the impound yard. So let's continue. All right. Police are investigating and say David has been cooperating. Representatives from the 20-year-old singer, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, did not respond to requests for comment. Two law enforcement sources told the Times that investigators are trying to determine Rivas' movements before her body was found. They were looking into photos online and trying to determine if there is any connection between Rivas and David, said the sources, who spoke on a condition of because they were not authorized to speak publicly. Investigators served a warrant at the home in Hollywood Hills on Wednesday where the singer lived, sources added. How was she discovered? According to the police, the girl's severely decomposed body was found in a vehicle at the Hollywood Toll on September 8th after it was impounded. Someone noticed a foul odor coming from the vehicle and detectives arrived at the toll yard to investigate. Law enforcement sources familiar with the investigation but not authorized to discuss the case publicly told the Times the vehicle was abandoned in Hollywood Hills 5 days before it was impounded. Detectives served a search warrant Wednesday evening at the home in an upscale neighborhood on Doheny Drive north of Sunset Boulevard. Law enforcement sources with knowledge of the case but not authorized to speak publicly said the detective received various items including electronics and computers. Los Angeles detective also trying to retrace her final days. All right. Who is this girl? The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner determined the remains were of Rivas, who was reported missing April 5th, 2024, according to the Riverside County Sheriff Office. The medical examiner said Rivas had a tattoo on her right index finger that said shh, SHHH, ... And a woman who identified herself as the girl mother's contacted publication TMZ to say she believed the body was that of her daughter. Recent photos of Burke appear to show a tattoo. Okay. Recent photos of Burke. That's Burke appear to show tattoo on his right index finger. So the singer has the same tattoo on his index finger, and the little girl also have the matching tattoo. Oh no, I really sure for real if you're dating a minor, the way I see it. Rivas was wearing a tube top and a small black leggings when her body was found, according to the medical examiner office. She had wavy black hair, a metal stud earring, and yellow metal chain bracelet. Okay? The descendant, all right? So descending from these people, okay? The descendant was found severely decomposed inside a vehicle, reads a statement from the medical examiner office. She appeared to have been deceased inside the vehicle for an extended time before being found. Giselle Vera, who identified herself as a relative of Chelsea and co-founded a GoFundMe page to raise funds for her funeral, said the family no immediate comment on this case. The Rivas family could not be reached for comment on Friday. They did not answer the door at their home in Lake Ellis Noor and neighbors said they have not seen them recently. Last February, missing person posters blanket the quiet residential street where Chelsea Rivas lived with her family. It was one of the first time neighbors recall seeing the girl's face on a poster. But it wouldn't be the last time. She was reported missing. I recognize her because of her big curly hair. Neighbor Kayla said I would see her walking with her backpack on her way to school. The teen was reported missing on Valentine's Day 2024 when she was 13. Jaja. The Riverside County Sheriff Department confirmed Rivas was reported missing last year but did not provide any additional information about the case, referred to all questions to the LAPD. What about David the singer? Let's get into it some more. As questions around the case have swirled online, authorities have stressed that Burke, whose stage name is David and is Billboard charting artist, is cooperating with investigators. Representatives for the musician did not respond to requests for comment, even as the musician has canceled a recent concert and his national tour. Burke was raised in Houston and has collaborated with musician Kali, Stray Kids, Luffy, and 21 Savage. He also created an anthem for the game Fortnite. I believe that's where he met that little girl. Should be on Fortnite, I believe, right? Burke has been on that national tour promoting his debut album, Withered, since early August. He performed in Boston, Montreal, and Toronto in late August, and in early September had stopped in Detroit, Chicago, Indianapolis, and all of that, all right? The U.S. leg of tour is slated to end in Los Angeles in September. The national tour promoter, Golden Voice, has not responded to requests for comment, and the tour is set to resume in Europe in October. The world tour includes themes of death and remembrance. Fans entering the Burke show are greeted by a casket and a guest book where they can pay condolences to a character Burke sometimes repraises his performance and music video. Part of the character uniform includes a shirt covered in bloody handprints and a blindfold. That means that this boy is in some kind of Lucifer, devilish cult nastiness, I believe. To be honest, okay? Withered was released on Darkroom and Interscope Records in April. The album charted at number 13 on the Billboard 200 and has more than 521 million streams on Spotify on September 7th. In his last social media post, Burke announced on Instagram he was going to drop a deluxe version of album. It was one of the last social media posts before Rivas' body was discovered. On Wednesday, Footwear News reported that two brands, Croc and a Hollister, were removing him from a new and campaign. So right now, Crocs is dropping that boy, even if this is an allegation, even if this wasn't found to be that he's a killer or he's a murderer or he's a pervert or he's a pedophile, and they're going to drop him. Hollister is dropping him, and also Crocs is dropping him. We are aware of the developing story with respect to the current situation. We have removed campaign content featuring David while investigation continues, the firm said in statement for the Footwear News. Okay, guys? So that's the story right now. If you don't know, now you know. Like I said, a missing teenager identified to be this young girl has found missing in this boy Tesla. So I want to get to the breaking news of it. Let's get into it some more. Okay, guys? Quick and fast.
Tonight, more than a week after a body was found inside an impounded Tesla registered to the singer who goes by the stage name David, Los Angeles investigators identifying the remains as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, the same girl who was reported missing last year, according to the Riverside County Sheriff's Office. Police first found the teen's decomposed body on September 8th after being called to a Hollywood tow yard because of a foul odor coming from the Tesla, which was impounded after a person reported the car abandoned. Law enforcement sources say the remains were not intact, and according to the medical examiner, it appeared the girl, who is described as having wavy black hair and weighing about 71 pounds, had been dead inside the Tesla for an extended period of time.
I'm going to mute this part.
David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, rose to fame on TikTok and is currently on tour. A spokesperson for the artist did not respond to NBC News' request for comment today, but last week said the 20-year-old was fully cooperating with the authorities. The LAPD is not calling the death criminal, saying in a statement that at this time, the agency does not have a crime classification from the coroner as to the mode or manner of death. Thus, we do not have any suspect information at this time. And right now, police have not said if they believe the singer David knew or ever had contact with the victim. We are just learning that his show scheduled for tonight in Seattle has now been canceled.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the...
After a body was found inside an
So you hear that for you guys, South people. All right? So let's get to the rest of the sinister and sick, dark part of the story. Quick and fast, all right? Let's get to some more stuff in this story.
A major financial update for
One
Canadians.
second.
A new
of a singer's car. We're breaking down the latest and where the investigation stands now, as the singer's rep maintains that he's fully cooperating with the investigation. Thanks for joining us on Law and Crime. I'm Elizabeth Milner. Investigators say the remains were of a 15-year-old girl who was reported missing last year. But even with this new lead at this time, police are keeping tight-lipped if they have a suspect or a person of interest. Earlier this month, employees at a tow yard in Hollywood noticed a strong odor coming from one of the cars. The smell was so strong and foul, they had no choice but to call police. When officers arrived, that's when the startling discovery was made. A body was wrapped in plastic and dumped in the vehicle's trunk. When investigators dug into who that car belonged to, they learned it was registered to the singer David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke. Officials say that the car was towed from the Hollywood Hills after someone reported it missing. Investigators believe that the body was put in the trunk about 5 days before it was towed to the impound lot. Now, initially, we didn't know much, including who was the victim. Did the victim have ties to the singer? Was the singer a person of interest or a suspect? We're still waiting to learn more, but now investigators reportedly identified who the victim is. We're learning this week that the Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner ID'd the victim as a 15-year-old girl named Celeste Rivas. According to LAPD, the victim was 5'2", had wavy hair, and a tattoo on her right index finger that says shh.
No, sir.
She was found wearing a tube top, black leggings, an earring, and a yellow metal chain bracelet. According to a report by TMZ, though, the singer David also had that exact same tattoo on his right index finger. But that doesn't necessarily equal murder suspect. It might be an odd coincidence, especially with other celebs like Lindsay Lohan, Rihanna, and Lily Allen sporting the same tat. Here's what else we know about 15-year-old Celeste. Her mom told local reporters she had been missing for more than a year. Her mom said when she saw the news of the body found in David's Tesla, it was suspicious to her because her daughter's boyfriend's name was also David. Little was known at this time about the events leading up to Celeste going missing. According to
Mom should be investigated, no doubt. Your daughter is too young at the age when she report her missing at 13 to even have a boyfriend. So you should be reported to be neglectful. Some kind of charges should be coming your way as well. We know we can't control some of these teenagers at time, but good God, man, you knew about she was having a boyfriend. You know about David. What more do you know about David? Did you even met David? Did you know who old was David? Yo, you need to be investigated. You need to be investigated. Some of you guys out here, some dirty mama, only need to be investigated. You and David and everybody else who knew about this shit. Oh my, let's continue.
To a missing poster. She was last seen on April 5th of 2024 in Lake Elsinore, California. That was when she was 13 years old. She was last seen wearing gray pants, a black sweater, hats, and Hello Kitty sandals. Attorneys for the singer say that he continues to cooperate with the
Hello Kitty sandals. That means she's still young in her mind to be wearing Hello Kitty sandals. Hello Kitty is a cartoon for little children. So you see, she was still young in her mind. This boy look like he's sick. Look at the nail polish on his hand in some dark world. Have some kind of a song called Homicide Love. When you go in his concert, you have to pass a casket and oh, this boy is sick, allegedly. Let's continue.
Investigation. While authorities haven't publicly said that he is a suspect, that hasn't stopped some people from jumping to their own conclusions. Some eagle-eyed fans pointed to David's previous songs as some kind of clues or messages, like Romantic Homicide, for example. His lyrics include, "In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you." Now, that song was released in 2020.
Do we want to get into more people? So this boy and this story is sicker than the word sick itself, and we don't even know where to begin. This boy is sick, and we don't even know where to begin.
Was found inside an impounded Tesla registered to the singer who goes by the stage name David. Los Angeles
Okay. Not only that, guys, they had to go and search his home. All right. Okay, they had to go and search his home. Yes, they had to go and search his home and all of that. Could you imagine? All right. They had to go and search his home. So we want to get into it from TMZ about what he had to say about this, because they're the one who come with the breaking story and have more stuff, right? Remember, the vehicle is also registered to this guy. Let's get to the for a little bit for a second. Let's get to this part for a second.
Not to be too graphic, but it's important for the investigation and obviously for the autopsy as well. She was not found in her complete, her complete body wasn't found. These were parts. And if I'm not mistaken, was it a head and a torso and that's it?
Yeah, there was also, I don't want this, you're right, this is just very grisly to say, but I don't know if they had all the limbs. They certainly had some of them, because the police did say that she had this tattoo, which is very interesting, something we found out, but she had a tattoo on her right index finger that said the letters SHHH ... And that was on her right index finger. We had actually spoken to Celeste's mother last week.
Listen.
And at that point, the police had said that the tattoo was there, but the mom told us more information, which the police had not released, which was that the tattoo was in red ink.
You at TMZ were able to zero in on his fingers, I think, in one of the photographs and see that he's got the same one.
Yes, he had the same one, at least as of last September. So we went back last summer looking for this tattoo, and from April, photos that we found of him performing, from April up till August 1st, all the photos did not show that tattoo. And then in September of 2024, then we found a photo where he did have, and we've seen others since then, where he has this tattoo on his finger.
Could you imagine, guys?
Not to be too graphic, but it's important for the investigation and
do you hear all of that sick stuff, guys? Not only that, like I said, there was matching tattoo, they claim, in this case, okay? All of that, all right? Not only that, the police also raided his home. So let's get to it for a second, where the police raided his home. All right? Okay? Give me a second. I'm going to meet you.
I got to tell you about the search at the house. We know what while we don't know what they actually left with, we know from law enforcement sources what they were looking for and what they did inside the house. You know, they were looking for blood evidence. We're told that the detectives went through the house. There was with luminol, thinking that if whatever happened to Celeste, if she met her demise in the house, they wanted to see if there was any evidence of blood anywhere in the home. So they were using luminol around the house. They were checking drains to see if there's any, blood evidence or, blood or tissue that was in the drains there. So they did a scouring of this house looking for any evidence. Again, we don't know what, if anything, they found, but our law enforcement sources say when they executed this search warrant, that was on the list, a very long list of things they were looking for in that house.
That's very painful to hear, because we know that this
body was dismembered, and not all parts of this body were covered. So it would make perfect sense if they were looking to see where that dismembering happened. Right. And also, just remind me, this house is being rented by David's manager.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind that David is a very young, he's 20 years old. So from what we've seen as listings, this house is going, $20,000. That it can be rented for $20,000 a month. It is a large home. It's an estate, really. That's not the kind of thing even a famous 20-year-old could do on his own, typically. So it is his manager, a guy who is connected to Interscope Records.
Josh Marshall is his name, right?
Yes. So he is the person we found out who was actually on the lease, who was renting this. But again, from all the photos that David has posted, it's very clear he was staying in this home, if not all the time, frequently he was staying there.
Was the focus just on the house, or did they look elsewhere around the property?
They looked around the entire property. There's the house, there's a yard also where they could have searched for,
what about
and would
a garage?
have searched. Yes, there's a garage there. In fact, I want to say it's a 3-car garage that they went into. They searched there. But
I mean, my mind, being in true crime, goes to Dexter, and garages are often one of the places of choice, for this kind of macabre behavior. Yeah. And then do you have any information on purchasing? Like, was anybody within David's orb purchasing things like the kind of supplies you would need for this kind of an operation? Sometimes the Home Depot, sometimes Walmart. People go in with big cleaning supplies, drop sheets, even tools, that kind of thing. Bleach.
I know where your mind is going, Ashley, and I wish I could say we don't know at this point, but it has been very difficult, I will say, to speak to people in David's orbit, that close friends. As you would imagine, most people are pretty tight-lipped and not willing to say anything at this point because they know what's going on. They know
it's troubling and disturbing. Not only that, guys, his world tour has been canceled. Okay, his world tour has been canceled. 1 second.
Saying in show business, right? You're only as good as your last show. Basically, your current value or
look at the way peeping out
is determined by your
people will think that's the
recent
real hair, right?
David Anthony Burke, who performs under the name David, but he spells it D4vid. Better hope his Monday show in Portland was a good one, a really good one, because as things stand right now, it might be his last show for a very long time. You see, his team has announced that the rest of his world tour will be canceled as he finds himself embroiled in a homicide investigation. On Wednesday, the body in the trunk of his impounded Tesla was identified as a missing teen girl named Celeste Rivas Hernandez. This teen had been missing since April of 2024, and her body, dismembered and decomposed, was found in the car on September 8th. And since the identification, there has been rampant speculation that Celeste and David had been in some kind of a relationship. And a reminder for you, David is 20 years old, and police believe Celeste died just days before her 15th birthday. The connections between the two, or maybe just eerie coincidences,
it's disturbing because she's so young.
Both
see,
Celeste and David had matching tattoos. The word "shh" on their right index fingers.
Could you imagine?
Celeste's mother says that she was dating a David when her daughter disappeared. And a photo of David standing in...
That's why I said that the mom should be investigated for neglect. Possible abuse. Because now you know that your daughter was dating David. She was 13 when she ran away, ma'am. Hello? She was 13 when you report her missing, ma'am. So how are you going to come tell the news now that she was dating a David? David, when she was 13, David was how old? David is 20. Your daughter just turned 15. When your daughter ran away, she was almost 13. When she went missing. And now you're saying that she was talking to a guy named David. So you knew about David? Oh, mother.
This neighborhood before the teen disappeared. Then you've got the song by David, leaked in December 2023, titled Celeste, all about a girl he's in love with. TMZ has also acquired multiple photos and a video of David with a girl who looks remarkably like Celeste Rivas Hernandez. TMZ has also acquired a video, reportedly, of Celeste's former middle school science teacher, describing how Celeste had run away to Hollywood with David after meeting him online on Wednesday. The LAPD spent 12 hours searching a house where David had been living.
So like when the next black man is going down, TMZ is in the middle of it, the top of it, the end of it, everything. But nevertheless, we're going to get to that video about the teacher as well.
So big developments this week. Sources say they were looking for blood evidence in the house and the garage. Neighbors remember seeing the Tesla regularly parked at that house.
That's the Tesla.
And it was abandoned and towed to an impound lot from the same neighborhood. It's not just David's world tour that has gone away. His record label, Interscope, has stopped promoting him and his upcoming album, too. He has been quietly uninvited from a...
You see how fast they drop this boy? Remember, this is all alleged. Until now, the police never ruled it homicide because they have to get it from the coroner. They're just saying it's a homicide because her body's decomposed and she's in pieces. Until now, he hasn't been charged. The Interscope not promoting him. Crocs drop him. Hollister drop him. Everybody's dropping him. And it's just an allegation. Black men, just an allegation, and everybody dispose of you. So if it was me and if it was him and he's clear in this murder, I wouldn't want any more sponsorship, because as soon as something happened without no investigation, they drop you like hot bread. Now, I'm just going to drop this in. Remember the other day when Vice Cartel claimed, say, black woman will buy a white woman here right now? Correction, sir. White ladies out here wearing weave. See there? Her real hair on top, the weave at the bottom. Majority of these things been wearing weave for the longest time. It's just that they blend in very well. But nowadays days it's showing if you don't blend it very well. See the weave there? See the hair at the top there. See the fake hair there and all of that. That's weave now. Kiss me teeth and pass. But nevertheless, guys, let's continue.
September 24th show at the Grammy Museum. And there are reports that Crocs and Hollister have removed David from an upcoming marketing campaign.
Told you.
So that's quite a lot. Earlier, Ashley spoke to TMZ executive producer Charles about the ongoing investigation and its effect on David's career. Let's take a look.
I've seen reporting that Crocs and Hollister have dropped him from a new campaign.
Yep.
Are you hearing the same thing?
You know what? I have not. I can't confirm that. I know that I know the reports you're talking about. We've been trying to confirm that that they have, but that would be expected. And there have been other artists who have taken down songs that they collaborated with David on, and they removed them from some platforms just because they have seen what's going on. And until, you know, we know for certain, I think some artists will see David as kind of toxic at this point, and they don't want to be connected. This is, you know, the same thing we saw, and it's clearly not the same crime. And again, we should stress, David has not at this point been named a suspect or person of interest.
Like I said.
But we saw this happen with Diddy, right?
Yeah.
As soon as the raids happened.
You see? And that's what they do with a person of color. As soon as some allegation doesn't proven, you're not proven guilty in court. You're innocent until you're proven guilty in court, but yet till everybody drop you. So I want to ask you black folks again, why do you guys need all of these people around you when you make it? And as soon as there's an allegation, they drop you. Did I say that this man is cooperating with police? Police hasn't charged him with homicide yet, but it sounds very sinister to know that this little girl was basically 13 when you were with her. She went missing. The mom said that she was dating a guy named David. You have the same tattoo, shh. She have the same tattoo, shh. And all of these stories. But nevertheless, guys, kiss my teeth and pass. Lots of people dropping Crocs, Hollister, Interscope. All of these people are dropping this boy, and he hasn't been proven guilty and hasn't been tried for murder yet.
That was before he was even charged. There were people who backed off and, you know, didn't want to be associated, didn't want to answer any questions about him. That's what happens in showbiz when you suddenly are the focus of things like this. All those people who are your friends go running for the hills.
It's not good for business. It's not good for branding.
Yeah.
One last question. people in the neighborhood, what's the canvassing of this neighborhood been like by police, by reporters, video, ring cam? These are the kinds of things that really can often help.
So, guys, this is the story where the teacher...
Hollywood 15-year-old girl found dead inside a singer's Tesla. Now, Fox 11's Gina Silva is digging into their mysterious connection.
This is the video that the teacher did.
That's her in my classroom.
That's the teacher.
In front of...
A teacher is captured on cell phone video telling his students that Celeste Rivas, the 15-year-old girl found dead inside singer David Anthony Burke's Tesla, had been his student and that he knew she had run away a couple of times.
So, when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA.
TMZ was the first to report on the teacher's comments.
There's certainly photo and video evidence that she was most likely with David. They were hanging out together. It's unclear if this was a romantic relationship.
Rivas' teacher put out a video, and it may be the smoking gun in the case.
Wow.
Nima Rahmani, president of West Coast Trial Lawyers, says the teacher's claims are damaging because Celeste was only 13 when she first went missing in April 2024. If investigators confirm she ran away with David at that time, he would have been 18.
Yep.
The mere fact that an 18-year-old is in the presence of a 13-year-old who had run away is not unlawful. But if there's any sexual activity, if there was any force or coercion, that could be kidnapping, that could be rape, that could be trafficking. That's the exposure that David has, setting aside the fact that she's now been found dead.
One day after the medical examiner identified the remains in the Tesla as those of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, LAPD investigators served a search warrant at David's home in the Hollywood Hills on Wednesday night, seizing electronics and computers. David first broke into the music homicide.
I'm muting it because
TikTok. Social media users are now pointing to his music videos. In Celeste, there's also one scene showing a body being placed in a trunk.
In terms of incriminating evidence, at this point, it is not clear he did anything wrong. This victim, this decedent, and he obviously knew each other. They had matching tattoos, but I have not seen anything reported in the media that he was responsible or is responsible for her tragic death.
Former prosecutor, now criminal defense attorney Dimitri Gorin says while the court of public opinion may already believe David was involved in Celeste's death, proving it in court will be far more difficult.
Yeah, a plausible reason of what happened possibly is that she had access to his car. He travels the world, and somebody, one of her friends, somebody else, harmed her and put her in the car.
David was supposed to perform at the Greek tomorrow night. That has been canceled. In fact, his world tour has been canceled as well. And Christine, authorities are saying that he is being very cooperative. He's helping them with the investigation.
All right, we will continue to follow it.
Could you imagine, guys? So let's get back to the rest. Could you imagine? So imagine that you end up out here having a 13-year-old as to be your so-called friend. Matching tattoo, everything. Mother know about a guy named David. Never stopped it, nothing like that. Mom should be unfit. Mom should be locked up as well. But nevertheless, let's finish up this, guys, and then we're going to get to Rosealee quick and fast.
Yeah, we have spoken to several neighbors ourselves, and they say that, yes, police have been there. They've gone door to door. They've been asking for any videos. We've been asking for those videos also, and to this point, we have not found anyone who had video that would have helped anything in the case. But people in that neighborhood were aware of this house, and not in a good way. We've heard a lot of people say that there were a lot of noise complaints. In fact, this is really strange. Is the latest one was last weekend. Now, clearly David was not there in the house, but somebody was playing loud music, and there was a complaint about noise this past weekend. And we're told that there were a lot of parties in the past, and people in the neighborhood basically thought of it as sort of the problem house, that there were, always young people. In a way, it sounds
It's troubling and disturbing, but what can we say? All right, guys. We also want to get to the Jamaican gangs Dallas foreign drug war that are happening right now, and we want to get to it for a second. All right. Let's see if 1 second.
Was smuggled to New York and on into Dallas. The money made here was reportedly then channeled back to New York, along with illegal weapons. Drug agents say the members would sometimes rent up to 20 cars at a time to transport drugs, money, and guns. And police say they certainly had enough people to do it.
We estimate that approximately 2,000 persons are in Dallas now, or have been in Dallas in the recent past, who have been involved.
Police say they also wired money from Dallas to New York and on to Jamaica. Thousands reportedly laundered through Western unions in Dallas and New York. And anyone who got in the way of this group, police say, got it bad.
Including numerous beatings, kidnapping, and attempted murders.
So we don't even want to drag it out. Kiss me teeth and pass. Okay? Not only that, guys.
Are you over
1
45
second.
years old and live in Canada? Then watch.
We also want to get into a story where a husband of assistant principal shot and killed her outside a middle school. So we want to get to that quick and fast, okay? The world is getting dangerous and serious.
So tomorrow, students will head back to class at Lincoln Middle School in Berwyn after a truly terrifying crime right outside of the building. The school's assistant principal was shot and killed. One of 3 people dead in a tragedy that has shaken that school and truly the entire neighborhood. Police say it was a domestic incident. NBC5's JC Navarrete live in Berwyn tonight talking with students and with parents about the grief they're facing right now. JC?
Hey, there's so much emotion was on full display, and today we also learn more about the crime, but the victim himself, we're learning tonight from her sibling that assistant principal was shot and killed by her own husband.
They're my family, and I mean, it's a horrible thing. I have a lot of emotions. I don't quite know what to feel.
A family ripped apart by gunfire, just feet from Lincoln Middle School in Berwyn. Among the dead, assistant principal Rosealee. Balloons, flowers, and candles now line the street as students and parents backs. Lee's life cut short Tuesday afternoon, shot inside a car. Her husband, Stephen Lee, dying of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Her sister says the mother was also killed inside that vehicle.
This didn't come out of the blue. It has started ever since, I want to say the tail end of June. And basically the boiling point would have been yesterday.
Wednesday, a clear picture of the violence. Nearby security video captures more than a dozen rounds fired. Police call it a domestic situation. Students now grappling with the loss. One told me she felt safe around Lee. Another, with her mother's permission, said she'll miss her laugh.
I always saw her laughing with the other people, and she would laugh so hard that I didn't understand the joke, but I would also laugh.
Her commitment to students, clear to anyone who knew her.
She was always about
So violence every day. Every day someone is being killed by their husband. Okay? From there, guys, we also you remember I came and I speak to you guys about a story where Ghanaian new in Ontario, Canada, Hamilton, Ontario, that end up dying at the bus stop. It was an innocent killing. Remember, I came and speak to you guys about that story. And I said to you guys, you know what? When everybody else dead, they show the person who killed them, especially if they're black. They will show the perpetrator because they're black on the news and show, but never show who killed this lady. Remember I said that story? Well, now we found out who killed the Ghanaian lady at the bus stop. Okay, so let's unpack the story quick and fast. All right?
Hamilton, police have identified a teenage suspect in the deadly shooting of a woman. Investigators say it was an innocent bystander.
26-year-old Belinda Sarkozy was killed after she was struck by a stray bullet while walking home Friday afternoon. CTV's Allison Hurst spoke to her brother today. Bullet holes puncture a downtown Hamilton sign at the site of a deadly shooting that killed an innocent bystander.
At
I
the
heard
bus
like
stop, you know?
firing like after each other, like toof, 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 toof. Yeah, then I see like people running, and then I went like inside, then I hide.
A man in his early 20s suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to hospital. But 26-year-old Belinda Sarkodie was killed in the gunfire.
Belinda is such a kind person with a good heart. If something goes on, she'd say she's...
I need to interject. She's new in the country, you know, minding her own business at the bus stop, and end up dead. And if it was somebody her color that killed her, it would have made it on news already. You know, long I was wondering who killed this girl. Well, we found the person. Let's unpack, and he's not black. Let's continue.
Only one that I will call in, and I'll
New
tell
in the
you,
country
she'll
and
be
dead like a
"Oh,
dog already.
no, you know, this happened in the Bible, this too shall pass, and we'll just laugh, and then we'll be okay."
Sarkodie's brother says they also have a sister, but she was the youngest and her mom's best friend. But just the two of them live in Canada, and he says they spoke on the phone every day, especially Fridays, which were her days off.
I tried calling her throughout the night, and no one was answering the phone.
Police have identified the suspect as 17-year-old Mikhail Lavoie, obtaining an order to release his photo despite the fact he's a youth.
17-year-old now killed the black sister. Now I wonder how come he never made it on the news. How come until now the black community didn't know who the black sister killer was, but here he is. So how come they say it's only the black community, 17-year-old here with guns? Why does the news always portray that it's only the black kids, the Somalian kids, and all these other colored kids are out here being on a rampage? But this boy was shooting at the bus stop. So badness come in every color news. You should have made the black community know who killed her news, because every time when black on black crime on a plaster it all over news. So why we didn't hear about this boy killing this young girl, this sister? She's new in this country, at the bus stop going about her business, and then here he comes toop as in the witness and kill this lady. Now we know who the perpetrator is. He's 17, white gunman. Let's unpack.
He's facing charges of second-degree murder and attempted murder ×2.
Investigators are actively looking for Mikhail and encourage him to reach out to his lawyer and make arrangements to turn himself in.
Investigators say he met 3 individuals downtown.
Kiss me teeth and pass. So there was 3 individuals, and he started to shoot like Rambo. All here shooting notorious in the road, outside, and the lady was dead at the bus stop. That's how dangerous these places are getting nowadays days in this world, and we're gonna be mindful. From there, guys, we're gonna run to this pervert, former assisted living facility worker arrested for raping women with disabilities. Let's unpack that quick and fast, okay? Pervert, we shout, all right? 1 second.
I knew at 6, a man is looking for his lost dog when police said he stopped a rape.
You don't play with anybody's safety. Anybody, that's someone's daughter, someone's mom, someone's sister, cousin.
The victim is developmentally disabled. Police said the suspect was supposed to be taking care of her. New here at 6, News Center 7's John Bedell spent the day working to get new information on this story. I'm James Brown. Gabrielle Enright is off tonight. John joins us live in Dayton. John, the guy who jumped in to help said he felt like he was put in the right place at the right time.
No, sir.
And that right place, James, is right where we're at right now, the alley that runs behind his house right here along Burkhardt Avenue. I want to show you his gate. He had told me he had left it open for his runaway dog, and he had a hunch to look out the back window at it on Tuesday, and he noticed it was all of a sudden closed, and he thought, I didn't close my gate. Who closed my gate? So he came to check it out, and after that, he now says he thinks the suspect had closed it to try and hide a crime.
You're dead.
On our walk down his back alley, Travis Underwood told me he's been looking for his dog, Picasso.
My dog ran away. I left the gate open so he'd have a chance to come back.
But when he noticed someone closed his gate, he went to investigate. He says what he found
made me start crying, throw up.
Made him physically sick.
Gross.
It was just a hard thing to even realize, like, is this really happening? Is this really going on right now?
Dayton police say it was a rape. Travis broadcasted live on social media as he confronted the suspect.
Why you ain't called the police? I don't want to. Why? I bet you don't.
I don't want to give you the keys.
And took his keys so he couldn't get away. Travis's friend called 911. The victim,
Murder!
a woman in a van with several developmentally disabled adults in it. Court documents say she requires 24-hour care and is a GraceWorks Lutheran Services patient. Police say she was in the care of the suspect, Anthony Alcorn. We've confirmed Alcorn was working as a transport driver for GraceWorks. The agency helps adults with developmental disabilities. GraceWorks told us they fired Alcorn immediately.
Court has reviewed the pre-trial scene report, the public safety assessment report.
Oh, sir.
The judge told Alcorn Thursday.
These are the people that they give these jobs, but they're out here raping the disables because they can't talk, they can't say anything. You know, so when they start to mumble out of their mouth, you said, oh, never mind, go and sit. So that's why this man was doing this, because most of the time when they're non-verbal, what are they going to tell you? I've been raped. How are they going to explain that? Even if they show you their clothes, you maybe said, oh, you maybe pee up yourself, go and sit. Come on now. Troubling and disturbing, but what can I say? So now people running down this, unpacking this story. Yes, I know sometimes I come on some odd times, sometimes I come on some late times, sometimes I come on some weird times, because like I said, I am busy, and I couldn't even give you guys a story a couple of days ago because I was out, just busy as always, guys. So today's Sunday. I said, okay, let me start the week with a content. Now, if you don't know, now you know. In the past, I came back and I said to you guys, look at this. I'm going to drop this in one of my content. Here's the singer, D4vid. Spell his name D4ID. D as in the number 4ID is a singer. Came out and break out with a song called Homicide Love. All these kind of things, guys. Look what happened, guys. They found a dead body in his Tesla. Remember, I uttered that maybe 3-4 weeks ago. Well, 1 month later, the Tesla again came up in this content, came up to be the content itself. Why, people? Because D4vid now seems like he's under investigation. A decomposed body has found in the car. They identified the decomposed body. It's a runaway teen that they claim say he was playing around with, and her body was chopped up basically because it's not all her pieces of her body in a plastic bag in the abandoned Tesla that registered to the musician, the singer, D4vid. What me say? You understand? So I had to come and unpack that story as in breaking news. So if you're coming on the live late, I drop it whether there's nobody on the live or not. I still talk on the live because I know later on when I stop the live and go about my business, other people who never catch the live, other people who's not around right now, busy and tired, will go watch the live later. Sometime I will come on the live, you'll see 2 people, 1 people. By the time the end of the week, the live will trickle down for like 50, 60 people. I'm okay with that. Like I said, guys, I'm going to tell you this. I am not trying to build the channel in a hurry. When you build the channel in a hurry, and you drop every and anything, you get any and anybody on the channel. When you drop the channel and you want to make your channel and grow your channel peacefully, quietly, slowly, the channel will stand. It will have some substance. The people them who come watch it will be people of people, not any and anybody. You get it? So it don't matter if 1 or 2 people come and watch it, long as people watch it later on and catch the live. I ain't gonna come out here all the time to come talk about mix up and everything what everybody else talking about. You realize this channel is unique. We talk about things that are happening now, sinister stuff, crazy stuff, all kind of stuff that are happening, but it's happening in real life issues, right? Those are the things we're talking about. Anyways, guys, not only that, guys, in this whole crazy story, sad story, the little girl was a runaway. She ran away. She was reported missing in April 2024. She was 13 at the time, or almost 13 at the time. Her mom claimed when they found the little girl body decomposed in the Tesla, abandoned in the Hollywood pound yard, there was a foul odor. And they're like, what is that smell? They thought it was dead animal, but the odor was too much more than animals. So they decided to call the police. They found her in the Tesla, decomposed with not all her body parts. We get to understand that this little girl ran away more than 1 time. She was a runaway. The smoking gun of the story was the teacher. When the teacher said that, she met D4vid online, and then thereof they went off to each other. We get to understand in the same 6th story, D4vid has a tattoo that says shh, and she also have that tattoo on her index finger as well, which Rihanna and them have that same tattoo. So maybe it's coincidence, I don't know. Not only that, the mom also uttered that this little girl was talking to a boyfriend named David. So my thing is, I think that the mom should be investigated. I think that the mom should go down in some kind of investigation, because there's no way you'll be out here and the child is 13 and have a boyfriend already. Kiss my teeth literally and pass. Next, okay? Anyhow, anywho. So now, guys, we're going to move on to the situation of Rosealee. So we get to understand that Rosealee children are taken away, and everybody's like, oh, I feel sorry for Rosealee, oh, this and the third, and all this kind of story. But if you really listen, there was an ongoing investigation. I stumble upon a content where Rosealee did and said that children is calling her and she don't care why they're calling her, and she don't give a hooting ass. Remember, these are government bodies and they're here to serve and protect, almost like police officer. So when most of the time there's an investigation and an ongoing investigation, all of what you claim, so you're gonna burn down the house, you're gonna box down your daughter, you're gonna do all of these kind of things. All of these things were caught on tape, and not only that, the public is calling in anonymously and making report on your children, and you out here like the big Wolverine, the big sour lousy person that you is, not realizing that children is gonna come and take, child services is gonna come and take away those children. You know what I mean? In my country it's called children aids, in many countries called something else, but they take away the children, and Rosalie now want to play the blame game instead of blame herself for the house being dirty, for the police tell her to take out all of those garbage in the house, for her and carrying on live and not muting the phone when she's dealing with her daughter. Even with the snack situation, even with, there's a next part where Rosalie was supposed to go to school to go visit the teacher and all of that, and Rosalie says she's not going, she too tired, she this and she that and she this and she that. Rosalie don't do nothing in the house, she not cook, she not clean, she don't look after the kids, and she don't do anything. Rosalie's neglectful like a dog shit, and all of these things are not still out here giving her. When it comes to the TikTok situation, prepare to sell your mom, your soul, and your children, because money don't come for free and nothing comes for free. And when it comes to the TikTok evil force, you end up dying, kill your children, kill yourself, or lose your children, or lose your insanity. So why are we surprised? But let's get to the nitty-gritty. Why these people really take away the kids is not what you guys been saying, is what been happening for a while. The investigation story said.
We received multiple reports through our anonymous reporting system of alleged abuse being meted out to both of Rosalee's children. Our investigation into this matter was already underway, and we had tried to talk with Rosealee multiple times.
I believe them.
But, she was consistently uncooperative, which really hindered our investigation. Following a recent TikTok live session by Rosealee earlier this week, in which she stated that she felt like burning down the house and to stab up her children and spouse, we decided to escalate our investigations process and to safeguard her children by removing them from our care. This action is a part of CPFSA's investigation and child care and protection process, which the agency is mandated to do under the Child Care and Protection Act. It has been further brought to our attention that there is an excerpt from a document currently being circulated on social media that was attributed to the CPFSA, but we have not sent out any information regarding this matter, nor did that document or the information it contains originate from the CPFSA. We are therefore asking the public to disregard that information and to stop sharing same.
So you hear that? So there was an ongoing situation. When you have a nasty home, that the home is nasty and police have to order to take out those things, you would be under investigation. When you're on the internet threatening to burn down and stab up and all of that, you would be under investigation. When the child protective people are calling you and you're ignoring them, you will be continuing to be under investigation. You're not bigger than the law. You're normal and like everybody else. You just have a big name and TikTok and everything. And remember, say everything glitter is not gold, and every money is not good money, and everything comes with bad and good and evil. So you sold your children, sold their soul basically by making child protective service take away those kids because of your behavior, because of your don't care behavior, your neglectful behavior, your nasty self, your too voicerous self, your monstrous self, and your untouchable self. I don't feel sorry for you. I do kids, I look after kids, I bring kids everywhere and do all kind of things, buy them this, buy them that, lots of food, everything. I don't do no kids. I don't no respect for kids most of the time. You don't care, Rosealee. I don't feel sorry for you, Rosealee. And then you're out here playing blame game. This is how you carry on in the house.
Stab up jokes and stop the people, them and just everything just done over with. And then sometimes I don't the things that scare coming and I say, no, hold it, girl. How I feel. Don't someone ask me how you feeling today? Some family, it's alright. Never going on the net. Never have it. Never going on the net.
And now Rosealee out here playing the victim. How can you give somebody the internet when the internet don't belong to the black folks? From the police them run up in the house about Drake, you should have know yourself and know what you're doing on the internet. Remember, the internet have a mute button, like, oh, I'm going to mute you. So a lot of things that you're saying to Shanta and Barbar, you could have mute the phone. Nobody never had to hear that. Because you know you have lots of enemies. And you know that the people them were going to report you from one end to the next. Black folks report people with children is like nothing. Black folks know the horror of children aids back in the days with the indigenous people and the black folks. But now black folks take up the phone now and want to call children aids. And everybody that they see fit to do so, because it's their in thing now. If it's not immigration, they're calling, it's your workplace. If it's not workplace, they're calling child protective services. So why are you surprised that they come and take away those kids? House dirty, you're neglectful, abused mentally. We never see the physically part, but if you can do all of the abuse mentally and the whole national TikTok, then we're not surprised. We're not don't even want to see the physical, because Drake Mortam had to come and stop you when you're ready to go deal with Shanta. Not only that, you and Drake are fighting in front of the children, having you know what in front of the children they claim allegedly, because your bed and Barbar bed and Shanta bed is basically in the same room. Let's talk about it. Not only that is when the police them come, they had to usher you out for you to even get a new bed and clean up the place and get a new door. So you're nasty. You've been out here for the longest time not looking after those children. The people them who work hard and work that they claim that they work hard, they may be not giving their children all of that money that they're giving you. So I don't feel sorry for you. Enough of no girl out there gonna make all the children get taken away. It's the system. If you're not looking after your children and you're living off of people and living off of the system, they should take those kids because they can't provide and look after the youth them. Okay, that's the way how I see it. Not for you guys out here, dirty parents, dirty mama. You guys are not out here looking after the kids. So Rosealee, I don't feel sorry for you. Not one bit. Not at all. Go clean up your act and clean up your ways and come again, man. You're there. Don't blame nobody. Blame your nasty self. You're neglectful. You're not cook. You're not clean. You're not do one thing. You're there. Not only that, you beat your mother in front of the kids. Drake abuse you mentally in front of the kids and physically, and then you're abusing the children. What you left what you left the Child Protective Service to do? Then on top of it, you're threatening to burn down the house and stab up the kids them. So what you left those people to do? Take them, yes? No lawyer can go there, take no children from those people. The lawyer has to go to court and talk to the judge to show the judge that Rose is not unfit. Not only that, Rose is saying that, how am I going to see the kids? How am I going to see the kids? What do you mean, how you going to see the kids?
I'm not playing a victim, coming a victim or nothing. I'm not going to win. I'm going to get there around here. And win the bag of drawers. Yeah.
You're there.
Because when they come here in the class, they bring me down. I can't see them and hear them vibes. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? You ask me, you know? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Can't do nothing, don't it? It's okay. It's already. I went to the place.
You can go and see those kids on visitation rights. Move your nastiness. You can go and see those kids on visitation rights. you're going to get visitation rights. Depends on your behavior as well. If you're going to go there and cuss out the people that man bring TikTok live every minute, everywhere you go, you're not going to be able to go to that supervised visit. So you're allowed to go and see those kids, long as you come there on sound mind and with a good attitude and a good behavior. You will go see those kids. No lawyer not going to come and take out those kids out of that center. You have to go through court. And there's going to be stipulation they're going to put you on, and there's going to be programs that they're going to put you through. You have to go do parenting skills, parenting group, all kind of things you would have to do to get back those children. You have to show the system that you are fit, and so you are a fit person, stable mentally, physically, financially, to get back those children. You have a bag of money, you now fix up the youth, them you keep big everlasting birthday in the house dirty. You know what I mean? You have all kind of money, you are travel all over the youth, them now travel. You eat and eat and eat. It's like you have slaves at the back. Go to the store, buy a cigarette, buy me beer, buy me this, buy me that. You send out the kids, I'm like any dog. You weren't looking after those children. You come on the live, you come and say, oh, go and bathe. You never bathed from yesterday, you stink. Go bathe. All those kind of things, knowing that the little girl and those people in the country will harass that little girl saying that she don't bathe and she stink. So what were you doing all this time? There's a part again where you're asking the children if they have snack, and are you supposed to be getting up off your fat self and pack those lunch? What are you doing? People out here do physical work and still have to look after their kids. Going to work, look after their kids. Going to games, looking after their kids, and they don't have children aids in their life. And you sit down there like a big blob. Like a big Play-Doh, sitting down there collecting people money for free, talking and gossiping and fighting up yourself and abusing up and carrying on to get the money, and now you sell your soul, sold the children then basically to the system, and now you want to cry about it. I don't feel sorry for you. Whatever you get, you deserve. There was an ongoing investigation. The people them try to get a hold of you. You never care. You curse them up because you think you're bigger than the law, like how you curse out the police, and you're bigger than those child protective services. And the abuse ongoing, the house dirty, unstable, and everything. You can't even give the children them necessities, food and shelter without the net. You're not working, you stop sell peanut, you not do anything like that. You're just worthless, big, lousy, loud, abusive, and you're a danger to society and danger to yourself and the kids. We don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you, man. Pack up your things and come, man. Circle and come back when your mother parenting skills. We're not too careless and big out here when it comes to the youth, them. It's simple as that. Thank you for stopping by, guys. Happy Sunday. It's a pleasure as always. And like I said, if you guys don't see a bag of people pack up on the content, don't worry about that long as you watch the content, yes? And all of those good things. Thank you for the loyal subscribers, and thank you for the 1 and 2 new subscribers. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell, and don't forget to like and share the video, like I said, people. So happy Sunday again, and bring up your nice clean self, and I hope this day brings joy, peace, and everything of that sort to you this morning and all of that. Okay, guys? Okay, so basically, like I said, happy Sunday and all of that goodness that comes with this Sunday and all of that, okay? And I just want to say, like I said, happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. May God bless you with peace, comfort, overwhelming joy today, and always have a beautiful day. Happy Sunday.